out to leave Sumi since, but school has refused to provide us with buses, with transportation to leave this place. We know about like almost 50 students that have left from this Sumi to go to Port Harbour. At any amount, we do not care, but they have left. Now they have decided to go and block that route. At this point, I don't know what is going on, and we are not going to be used as bait. Please, let us go.
Please, we are calling on everybody to help get a lot of us out. We are many here. We are stranded and we are stuck. We appeal to you. Please help.
We're currently being held hostage here as a human shield, just to stop the Russians from invading Ukraine fully.
We're currently in a hostel called Hostel 3. And we're being threatened and being exploited by civilians, being exploited by those who are willing to fight for Ukraine, and being threatened by those who are given the opportunity to hold guns.
And the living condition is really bad. For like 2 days now, they've not been water, no electricity. We literally hear gunshot and bomb blast every second. Is that bad? And there is no food anywhere, there's no mode of transport. With the snow, there's really freezing out here. So in case, we will plead on people out there to see us and get us help.
Hello and welcome to another day in paradise, and welcome to another edition of the Unapologetic Negropian. In today's video, we have some rather disturbing developments which is coming out of the Ukraine at this present moment. The video that you just saw there at the beginning of this video is a clip that was sent in from a group of students from various West African countries. They were being held up in a medical university. Now, most of these students are medical students who have gone to the Ukraine to get a medical degree of some kind, and these students obviously go there for reasons because it is very affordable to get yourself a degree in the Ukraine. So a lot of African students go there for that particular reason. Now, of course, these students are going to a specific university that is a medical university. Now, Sumy is not a well-known city. Many people know the Ukraine. They think of Kyiv or Kharkiv. But Sumy is well known among students because it is a university city. Many people go there. Many African students go there in order to get their medical degrees from the Sumy State University. So of course, this town is well known and used to having lots of foreign students there. What else is Sumy known for? So I had heard of this town before. It came up on a few occasions. So as soon as I saw these students, I knew that they must have been at the university in Sumy. Now, Sumy is a city which is almost 30 kilometers from the Russian border, very close. So Sumy is renowned for its foreign students. It is also renowned for the place where a lot of African students get themselves involved with local women. They get themselves involved in relationships and they have children with them. You can see where I'm going to with this, can't you? So there are a lot of children with mixed heritage that are being born in this town. Another thing that this town is renowned for is the orphanage. The orphanage that we've been talking about. This is the orphanage that accepts many mixed race children, many children of mixed heritage. They go to the orphanages here because the students who come mainly from Africa will have children with the local women, and then those children are sometimes rejected by the families of those local women. So they get rejected and they have to go somewhere. So most of the time they go to the orphanage that is owned by OLGA NENYA. So guys, as you know, I've been trying to find out what has happened to the children of this orphanage. I've been doing everything in my power to find out. In fact, as you realize, I haven't been making as many videos. It's because I just I didn't have the time to make them. I've been busy calling, actually most of the time calling Spain, trying to find out from my contact in Spain whether she was able to get in contact with the relative authorities. And it's been a difficult one because, well, as you know, there is a war going on. We know this, but largely until now, Sumy has survived unscathed until recently. So only yesterday, Sumy came under a large missile attack by the Russians. I don't know why. It apparently is a strategic city, but I can't understand why they would think it is important to destroy and level all the houses in the neighborhoods filled with children. Wanted to know more. And then this report came in from Channel 4 News.
Well, Sumy is a key border town that the Russians need to take if they are to secure their supply lines from the east. Sumy too is under siege, and like so many cities, its residents are also paying the price of indiscriminate Russian bombing. Paul McNamara has taken a closer look at one attack that left more than 20 people dead in and around Spartacus Street, a quiet residential road once upon a time in a southern suburb of Sumy.
This, in the east of Ukraine, 30 miles from the Russian border, is Sumy, a picturesque city you may well never have heard of, but now a key battleground on the main highway from Russia to Kyiv. Russia has wrought destruction across Ukraine. Here in Sumy, one small snapshot of the suffering unleashed, of the lives once lived in this home, of the bodies sprawled out on the street in front of a wall that no longer exists. A walk along Spartacus Street now is a walk among the tombstones. Just two houses, the only landmarks left identifiable for us to verify this location. 21 people, including children, are reported to have died in these overnight airstrikes.
Now, this is extremely disturbing. I don't understand why they would do this. I have no idea where these children are. I had to check whether the orphanage had survived unscathed or not. So I rewatched the documentary and I was able to take a look at the house. I was unable to obtain the address, but you are able to see the house. And all the houses, they're not very monotonous over there in the Ukraine. They vary because each person builds their own house. So I was able to take a look on Google Street and I was able to find a few houses that looked like NENYAs. This is what I found. It looks like the orphanage has been destroyed. It looks like it's been destroyed. And this is extremely worrying. So there has been word, of course, as you heard in the reports, that children had transitioned. Now there's very little other news coming out of Sumy at this present moment. We don't know which children had transitioned. It's clear that Sumy now is under a large scale attack from the Russians, and there is no guarantee that these mixed race children had actually left Sumy. Judging from NENYA and what I know about her, she's not the type of person who would want to pack up all her kids and just leave. And you got to remember, Sumy, while it was very close to the Russian border, it's of no real strategic importance. I mean, you know, it's not a city that they absolutely have to take. But Russia are doing their best to do that anyway, and they don't mind leveling the whole city if that needs to be done. It's some real, truly disgusting behavior from the Russians. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people there are out there, and we know that, you know, they see Putin as our, you know, as our comrade. But guys, what he's doing there, if any of those children have transitioned, this guy, this mother is a piece of sorry. He just is. He just is. If that has happened. Now I've got to do everything in my power to contact with the mayor of the city. So that's my next port of call, to get in contact with the mayor of the city. I do know his name. I do have his contact. I will send him an email, or I will call him, and hopefully he will pick up if they haven't cut off the internet yet. And fingers crossed, we will be able to see whether, you know, what has happened to these 30 or so children. At least 15 of them are of mixed heritage, mixed African European heritage. So I really, that's all I wanted to say to you today. It's some really tragic news, really not good. I'm hoping that all works out, and guys, just keep your fingers crossed and let's just hope that the worst hasn't happened. Until the next time, please think twice. Torah a bit.